Hello and welcome to another edition of My Road program, brought to you with the compliments of the National Road Fund Agency, NRFA, and the Road Development Agency, RDA. The program is designed to look at various aspects pertaining to the road sector in Zambia. Today, we look at the Lusaka 400 road project, which is also popularly known as the L400, and get an update on how the project, which is now in phase 2, is progressing. My studio guest is the Director Road Maintenance Engineer William Mulusa, and I'm your presenter, Patricia Ellis. Just now we take a short break, but right after that we will get straight into the program.
Iwe, isale window, itapati fika kufimisha pwembo yapa. Ipale musala.
Mwina mushi, shine ndala mavalipira papa matogeti, shi akwi. Nende wana kwa chimbi ni bukabora.
That's blood basket. You only Fontaine. Uli lalabo. Echo yabe like National Road Fund. Ishimpia ngabali pila abantu pa toget. As you are pays money. MPS motion. Esho balewo. Ukuwa mshako imisebo shaona. Bale pangira po imisebo shibiye. Ichalo cha isuka. Ni shimulea pantas. You are development people. Efo chawa. Shon se MPS. Shika play chitanani. Shimiso walimona kumushi. Shilawale wana. Ni MPS motion. Shile shoba tu. Baleli pila pa toget. Eko shilea. Mukulu kuwa msango shani. Are you blood basket man? Nebona sumino kwati kufunda omwana kufukapo nangula mchisungu tuchiti chao jwa lich there antu ichalo chabule misebo chiwelewele.
This message is brought to you by the National Road Fund Agency, a sustainable road fund.
Welcome back. This is My Road program, and we are privileged to have on the program the Director of Road Maintenance at RDA, Engineer William Mulusa. Welcome to the program, Engineer Mulusa.
Well, thank you very much, Patricia. Thank you for having me.
It's nice to have you on the program. Now, let's start by finding out what necessitated the L400 project.
The L400 project, rather the Lusaka City Roads Rehabilitation Project, was initiated by government of the Republic of Zambia through the Road Development Agency, in line with government's vision and commitment towards improved road network in Zambia. As a city, Lusaka has seen quite rapid growth in recent past in the population of its people, and consequent exponential growth in the traffic, which caused quite some congestion on the roads. Government was determined to resolve that problem and sourced for some funds from the People's Republic of China through the Exim Bank of that country towards the rehabilitation, upgrading and construction of selected roads in Lusaka City. As we speak now, about 360 kilometers of roads have been already implemented in our first phase of L400 phase 1, and now we are currently implementing 146 kilometers of phase 2 of the project.
Okay. Now, Engineer Mulusa, give us an overview of the engineering, design, rehabilitation, upgrading and construction of the approximately 360 kilometer and 146 kilometer for phase 1 and 2 of the Lusaka L400 road project.
Okay, phase 1 was, like Elia mentioned, targeted at rehabilitation and construction of about 360 kilometers in CBD areas, industrial and commercial areas, as well as residential areas. We implemented roads 360 kilometers at a cost of 348 million US dollars. The scope generally involved upgrading from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. We saw that in Bama Road and Chilumburu Road, Commonwealth roads. All those roads were undertaken in phase 1. We also implemented about 150 kilometers of walkways and 100 kilometers of street lighting in phase 1. The project was implemented by AVIC International, and we had about 3 independent consultants to supervise the contractor. In phase 2, we started implementation in June 2017, after having finished phase 1 in January 2017. And in phase 2, which we are currently doing now, has seen quite some significant improvement on the road network. We've targeted again roads in the CBD areas, the roads in industrial and commercial areas, as well as residential. We've seen the upgrade of the 6 kilometers of Great North Road from Lumumba Junction, construction of roundabouts, which have eased the flow of traffic. We've seen roads which are more or less like bypasses, like the Kamanga and Ngorere road networks, and of course the rehabilitation of Lumumba and Mungwi Road. So this has been our focus in phase 2, and we're currently implementing that project.
Okay. With all these roadworks that have been done both in phase 1 and phase 2, what has been the impact?
Well, Patricia, the impact is huge on the L400. We've seen reduced congestion as a result of improved network and flow of traffic. We've seen improved reduction in travel times. People now are able to get to work in shorter times than before. There are other spin-off benefits, which include property values going up. In those areas, people can attest in Kawata, Kamala, and all these other areas where we've targeted residential areas, there have been increased property values, and many other benefits like improved safety on the roads.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you are watching My Road program, and with that said, let's now go to the site to get a practical feel of what engineer Mulusa has just highlighted. Lusaka is the capital and largest city of Zambia. Lusaka's social and economic development has seen the city to be one of the fastest developing countries in Southern Africa and located in the southern part of the Central Plateau at an elevation of about 1,279 meters. The government of the Republic of Zambia, through the Road Development Agency, RDA, has been implementing a number of major projects with the aim of creating connectivity, accessibility, lowering of the transport costs, reduction in transit times, and poverty reduction through job and wealth creation for the majority of Zambians. The Accelerated National Roads Construction Program that the government has adopted over the years through the Road Development Agency continues to bear positive fruits in transforming the country from a landlocked to land-linked country. One of the major road projects embarked on by the Road Development Agency, RDA, is the Lusaka 400, popularly known as the L400. Burma Road is one of the roads that was covered in the first phase of the L400. The rehabilitation, upgrading and construction of approximately 360 kilometers of selected urban roads in Lusaka is a project that started on June 15, 2013 for a period of 43 months. The completion date was January 15, 2017, and works were substantially completed with approximately 358 kilometers of roads done. The roads worked on included Bauleni, Ibex Hill, Soweto, Kamwala, Chilenje, Woodlands, Chinika, and Matero, among others. The second phase of the project started on June 15, 2017, and over 146 kilometers of roads are so far been covered, representing over 100% physical progress of the engineering design, rehabilitation, and construction, upgrading of selected Lusaka urban roads in Lusaka City in Lusaka Province. The contractor for the project is Avic International Project Engineering Company. The construction work is divided into 3 lots. Resident engineer Kamara Mohammed of Iliso Consulting, in association with East Consult Consulting Engineers, gives the scope of works for Lot 1.
You are welcome to L400. On the Lumumba Road, Lumumba Road is part of L400, and which is total of 7.2 kilometers. On Lumumba Road, the main work has been completed, which is the main carriageway of C4 roads. And we still have drainage still going on. Where the drainage has been completed about 45%. We still have walkway, which is coming on there, and street lighting. The street lighting is about 5%, which is on both sides of the road. And the both sides of the road, the total is supposed to be 14 kilometers, which is 7 kilometers right and 7 kilometers left of street lighting. And the space will be about 20 meters apart. On Lumumba Road, the total amount for Lumumba Road is about $22 million, including the street lighting and drainage and walkway. We have Mungu Road here. The Mungu Road, the total length of Mungu Road is 6.45 kilometers. And the main work has been completed 100%. We have some drainage work, as you can see, is going on. And we have some walkway, which is going on also. And some percentage of street lighting is being done with about 4 or 6%. We have both sides of street light coming on too, on the both sides.
Roads covered under L400 Phase 2 include, among others, Great North Road, Mungwi and Lumumba Roads. Others include the Ngwerere to Kasisi Road, State Lodge Roads, and a number of residential roads. The L400 has certainly brought immense benefits, such as the widening of major roads from 2 lanes to 4 and 6 lanes, including pedestrian walkways and bus bays on various bus routes. Other features include impermeable surfacing, concrete-lined drains, road signs, street lighting, road names and road markings. RDA Principal Engineer for Periodic Maintenance, Richard Mwape, explains the importance of drainages and the physical progress on the newly constructed box culvert or bridge at Ngwerere Stream.
Ngwerere Bridge is 30 meters by 9.5 meters. The length of the bridge is 30 meters. If you see, we have got 3 panels, three openings there. Each opening is about 10 meters. And the width of the road, meaning where the vehicles will be driving, is 9.5. So that 9.5 meters, we have a carriageway of 2 lanes, one going to the east, the other one to the west. So the carriageway width is 7 meters. And then we have got a walkway. We have provided for walkway for the pedestrians who will be crossing the bridge. There is a 1.5 meter width on both sides.
Lusaka's Ngwerere area is rich in agricultural production ranging from arable crops, mixed and commercial farming. The road link in this area has reduced travel time, vehicle operating costs, reduction in the cost of doing business, improved transportation efficiency and improved competitiveness of business. The 21-kilometer road has proved to be an important link, as explained by RDA Director Communications and Corporate Affairs, Masuzi Ndlovu.
From the Great North Road, it brings about issues of accessibility, brings about issues of connectivity, in that we have quite a number of farmers in this particular area. So with this road, it has now made it possible for the farmer to transport their produce, be it different crops, be it vegetables, be it poultry in terms of eggs and things of that nature. So this has really brought about economic development in this particular area of Lusaka. Not only that, the other important feature is the fact that this is also used as a bypass road. There are situations where we have motorists coming all the way from, say, like Kabwe, entering Lusaka, and as a way of avoiding the central business district, they use this road as a bypass. You get onto the airport road and then off to Chongwe, that is if they're going to the eastern province of Zambia.
It is an undeniable fact that a good road network is at the heart of social and economic development. A good road network allows efficiency in the movement of people, goods and services, and raises joy among motorists.
Quality of the road quite okay, it's very nice. Yeah.
How has it improved the way you move now?
We are moving at least a bit much fine.
Okay.
We are moving faster than last time.
It's the strongest road so ever, which we have built.
Now we're not wasting time now. We just as soon as you come in here, you leave it very fast here. Yeah.
A good road network in any country is essential to national development. With good roads and bridges, one is assured of effective and timely delivery of goods and services across the country. Strategic institutions too have benefited and appreciated the workmanship of the newly upgraded roads in Lusaka. An organization committed to serving the poor and underserved communities with holistic, quality and affordable health services that reflect Christian values while meeting stakeholders' expectations is the Churches Health Association of Zambia, CHAZ. The association, with support from the Global Fund, has been working towards combating the fight against HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria. Karen Sichinga is the Executive Director of the Churches Health Association of Zambia.
We're a strategic institution involved in the supply and distribution of public health commodities. It was very important for us to make that application to RDA because we're saving the Zambian people, particularly those who are located in rural and hard to reach areas of Zambia. So we made that application in February. And they said they would do something about the road. And it wasn't just verbal. That was actually followed by a letter from your chief executive that they would actually add this road on the LO 400 project. And true to their word, true to the department's word, I'm actually very, very impressed. And in fact, I've been to your office to just say thank you because the road has been done.
The project sum for the entire phase 2 of the L400 is $241 million. The National Road Fund Agency, NRFA, plays the fiduciary oversight of resource mobilization, management of resources, and value for money.
The L400 is a project that is also partly reducing congestion. And in road economics, the time you take on the road is a considerable cost to the economy. The shorter time you take, it means you have more productive work. If you are supposed to take 20 minutes to go to the office and then you end up taking 1 hour, it means we are not accounting for our time properly. And so the road fund, in essence, also is contributing to the better economics for the country by ensuring that all the money is accounted for and all the roads are done properly.
Other areas covered under Phase 2 included Salama Park, Ibex Hill and Kanyama, among others. There is no doubt that Lusaka is slowly being transformed into a cosmopolitan city with a good road network that has accommodated walkways for pedestrians, creating safer roads and mobility as one of the key components in reducing the high levels of road carnage. Safer roads and mobility entails that appropriate consideration is being given to pedestrian facilities and other vulnerable road users such as cyclists in the road infrastructure development. The Road Development Agency, RDA, is alive to the fact that the road sector during the last decade has concentrated on the major construction and upgrading of roads to improve connectivity. All right, that was the report on the L400 projects currently going on in Lusaka. And I still have Engineer Mulusa with me in the studio. Now, Engineer Mulusa, interesting report there, but then did you face any challenges in implementing the road projects in Lusaka?
Yes, Patricia. Implementing a project like rehabilitation of city roads in Lusaka was quite challenging and is still challenging. We experienced major problems regarding relocation of services. You know, our roads are also channels of services like power lines, communication lines, water, and so on. So when you are doing rehabilitation, you have to move these service lines. And also our road reserves have been so much encroached in recent past that even when we have to build our road or work on our road, we still have to perhaps compensate some people who have legal, perhaps title to those properties. The challenge has impacted the project in such a matter that we've incurred quite some huge costs and as well as delays in implementation of time. I would like to give you an example in terms of relocations and compensations. In phase 1, we spent about $7 million to just accommodate issues of relocation of services as well as compensation of properties. Currently in phase 2, we've had to spend about $5 million. I'll give you an example. For instance, at Kabanana, where we've done a roundabout, we've had to demolish about 4 houses and compensate the owners. We spent about $200,000. So those are some of the challenges. And of course, vandalism is a challenge. Where we are finishing the roads and install traffic signs and install traffic lights, we go back there the following day, we find the things are stolen. And perhaps that is even before the contractor hands over to us. And those are some of the costs the contractor has had to incur over and over.
The other thing I noticed also, Engineer Mlusa, while on site, was the issue of people throwing litter in the drainages.
Yeah. Exactly. That's
maybe you could use this moment to just quickly sensitize
that is another
the public
challenge
on that.
we have, where our drainages well done, but you find that filth is thrown in there, and indeed it's a good opportunity to just remind our people in Lusaka that we take care of this infrastructure and we manage the waste according to the guidelines that we've been advised on how to implement that waste. Otherwise, it's always a cost. When those drainages are blocked, they will eventually affect the infrastructure that we've put up at such a huge cost.
Okay. We are in the dying minutes of the program, and I'm so happy that you came through to the program. But let me just get your final remarks as we conclude the program.
In terms of final remarks, I would just say we are still having a lot of requirements to deal with roads in Lusaka. And my appeal to the residents of Lusaka is that government is still committed to improving the road networks. And it's just that we cannot implement all the roads at the same time. We're still moving on. And next year we will be getting to another phase where perhaps we'll concentrate on more of residential roads, having dealt with the higher order roads. But finally, I would like to just appeal to the motorists as well, to take it easy on the roads. The roads are good, but we need to drive safely so that we are safe on the roads. Thank you very much.
Engineer Mlusa, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Okay. All right, I was speaking to Engineer William Mlusa, the Director of Roads Maintenance at RDA, and you have been watching My Road program. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and until next week, I'm Patricia Ellis. It's bye-bye for now.